What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Welcome back to Lawn Dude Unearthed. Now, even looking at my views, which I tend not to do, I've been on social media for a while. Like, people just don't understand that even with like YouTube. I was on YouTube before it became popular, for people to get up on there and everything, just because I always wanted to help people out. It was kind of nice to, I guess, in a way, document, what I'm doing. So I think on YouTube as it sits, I only have 771 subs. It does kind of suck when you look around and you see that there's people who started after you, who have less videos than you, hit that 1,000 mark before you. But I never got on it for that reason. So I say all that to say this. I know my podcast isn't getting a lot of views, a ton of views, whatever, a ton of listens, rather. Uh, I'm sitting here confusing YouTube and podcasting. But yeah, I'm not getting a ton of listens. And I know even if I was just getting like those close to me, family, and friends just listening, I'd have a pretty good amount of listens. But, everybody doesn't listen to podcasts. And it is what it is. I just want to say thank you to all those who actually take their time out to listen to my podcast. Not on here for a financial gain. I'm literally on here because I would like to help people out. Maybe even motivate some people every once in a while. Maybe even help myself out. Motivate myself because I know listening to podcasts all day while I'm out working, while I'm grinding out here, they tend to help me out. And even if it's one listener I help out, two, whatever, I've accomplished my goal. So this week, real time, we're on a Sunday, it's Cinco de Mayo 2024 as we speak. Getting ready, gearing up to go to battle for the week. That's what I call it when you're going into your Monday, your work week. I was just saying last week about how you don't want to be in a situation where you're hating Mondays and praying for Fridays. Now, can I be honest with you for a second? Can I be honest with you just for a second, man? I don't get as excited for my Mondays and my Tuesdays as I do the rest of the week. Will I sit here and say I hate Mondays? No, I will not. It's because of what I do on those days for my business. Now, I still love running my own business, but the areas that I service on Mondays are where I have probably the most route density, which means I'm doing the most amount of stops. And it doesn't matter whether I've been solo like I am now or have had help with me over the years. Mondays and Tuesdays have always kind of been those grueling days for me that I guess I don't look as forward to when it comes to the work part of it. So I will iterate this again. I love what I do. I love running my own business. But the amount of stops I have to get done on Monday, the amount of production I do on Tuesdays because it's all commercial routes, they set the pace for the rest of the week. And because of the way I have to work both of those days, the way I have to have everything down to the second as far as timing to make sure everything works as flawless as possible, it makes you not as excited for those 2 days because you know the million miles per hour that you have to go. And I don't know if it's that way for a lot of other people, but for me, I feel like I put more pressure on myself for Mondays and Tuesdays for the rest of the week to go flawlessly. It's kind of like this, for example. You go in the water, you hold your breath, and then you come up for air when it's best to come up for air. And I almost feel that way when it comes to Mondays and Tuesdays. I'm holding my breath through Monday and Tuesdays. And I come up for air, Tuesday afternoon going into Wednesday. And again, I say, I don't hate it. I'm not even at the mindset where I say I hate Mondays and I hate Tuesdays. I just don't look forward, I guess, to the rat race I have to get into, hamstering the wheel, going stir crazy both Mondays and Tuesdays. And that is one goal down the road I have, is to make it to where every single day of the week is a day where I feel like I can take my time. I feel like Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, those are always days where I can kind of take my time and get whatever done. But when it comes to Mondays and Tuesdays, it's a constant grind, nonstop, moving fast as I can to get everything done while keeping up quality. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that every day isn't going to go perfectly, but you always got to find the best out of every situation. And I know there are some listening right now that have been listening to a lot of my podcasts where I say this quite a bit. Find the best in every situation. I say that a lot because that's the way I try to live. I try to always find the best in every situation. When things are like kicking me around, beating me up, which if you're a business owner, you notice quite often that we get beat up and kicked around. No matter how successful your business is, there always is a challenge that is sending you to battle each and every day. So when I get in these situations, I always try my best to find the best. I always remember that we have an Almighty that we serve. I always remember that God would never put us through anything that we couldn't make it through. I always remember how God puts his toughest soldiers through the tough situations to make us stronger for something he has planned for us down the road. So these are all ways that I look at situations that aren't as ideal. So when you look at the beginning of your week, whether you begin your week on a Sunday, whether you begin it on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, doesn't matter which day of the week you begin at. And I'm praying for all you who are out there 7 days a week, just nonstop grinding. Sometimes it be that way. I've been there. I've done that. And yes, I am only 35 years old. And I will tell you, at the age of 35, which I know a lot of you thinking, oh, that's not that old. You can still be out here 7 days a week. Nah, it's not what I'm trying to be at anymore. If it was just me, then yeah, that's a different situation, I would say. But it's not just me. It's my family. It's my wife. It's my kids. And it's not fair to them for me to be out here 7 days a week, every single week of the year, just nonstop grinding. I got my priorities in check. And what I mean by that is spending time with them is important to me. Being there for those moments in their lives is important to me. If I'm gone 7 days a week, out 12, 14 hours a day, I'm not a part of hardly anything. I get it. Some have to do that every once in a while. Okay, cool. But having to do that every day of the year, every week of the year, forget that. But back to my point, whatever day of the week that you start, you do it to the fullest. And that's what I always strive to do. I think that's why I try to make sure everything is so doggone prepped for each and every day, especially the first day of my week, the start of my week, which is Mondays for me. Today is Sunday. It's my day off, and I'm still doing little things to make sure tomorrow starts off without a hitch. And not only that, make sure that I have things planned out to where it is a good day. It is a good week. Because you always want to start strong. They say finish strong. I say you start strong. And you finish strong. Because if you start strong, the rest of it is a cakewalk. I got a saying for those who are closest to me. Let's dominate Mondays. And I say that to you. Let's dominate the start of our week. Whatever date it is for you, let's dominate it. Let's dominate whatever job field we're in. And most importantly, more important than the whole job and the whole business, whatever. Let's dominate at being the best person we can be. Let's dominate at being the best spouse we can be. Let's dominate at being the best son we can be. Let's dominate being the best godparent we can be. Let's dominate being the best cousin we can be. Let's dominate being the best friend we can be. Let's just dominate at everything. Let's just strive to do our best at everything. I know for me, I can speak for me and I can speak for me only. I strive, and I mean I strive, to be the best at everything that I can do. And I mean everything. Anything and everything that I am a part of. I strive to do my dead level best. To be and do the best at everything. And I hope that you do too. I got too many people close to me who I love, who I care about, who may look up to me, who I may look up to them, to the point where I always want to set an example. An example I want to set is somebody that tries all the time, that strives all the time, that always wants to do their best all the time. I'll be doggone if I'm going to be the person that quits because something is too tough. So you know what? This is why I say I don't hate Mondays. This is why I say I don't hate Tuesdays. Yeah, I could sit here and say I don't look forward to doing, all the tasks it takes to complete them. But oh, boo-hoo. It's got to get done. Somebody's got to do it. Or it just doesn't get done. So you know what? I'm not the guy who's going to sit here and go, oh, boo-hoo. Oh, man. I got Monday, tomorrow, and Tuesday. I got so much work to do. Oh, man. Jeez, I don't know how I'm going to get through it. Nah, man, that ain't me. That just ain't me. I'm always going to try my best. I'm always going to do my best. I'm always going to look forward to everything. You know how many people there are out here? I know just people that were close to me who have left this earth, who can no longer even look to a Monday. We got to live for all those people. There are a lot of people that aren't fortunate enough to do what we do, whatever that is. So all I got to say is you find a way to enjoy that and take it to the fullest and dominate, man. Dominate. Strive to do your best. Always try. Don't give up. We're all in this together. But that's my 2 cents worth, man. I hope that I got us ready to start this Monday. I know I'm starting to feel fired up right now. It's a Sunday afternoon. I'm fired up to go ahead and start this week out now, man. But before then, I'm going to enjoy my week. And guess what, y'all? Check on your people, man. Check on your people. Make sure you're always doing that. Make sure everybody good. Screw that. Not just good. Actually, make sure they're better than good. Make sure they're blessed. Y'all take it easy. That's my 2 cents worth to start this week out. Y'all be blessed. Peace. Thank you for listening to Lawn Dude Unearthed, where we dive into deep topics, discussing not only the highlight reels, but we talk about the lowlight reels, the struggles, the successes. Anything we want to talk about for today, we will cover on this podcast. Once again, I appreciate you for listening to this. If you can, please give us a 5-star review. We are currently on Apple, Spotify, Anchor, YouTube, and still working on a few more. Thanks again for listening to us. Y'all be blessed. Peace.